The Buccaneers are on the road this week, a winning record still very much in play for them, especially when you consider they get the Lions, who would be picking 5th in the draft if the season ended today. Predictions are on tap, but let's serve up a few numbers first. You want to beat the Bucs? It always comes down to one question. Can you stop their passing attack?
Winston to the end zone, back shoulder, caught for the touchdown!
JAMEIS Winston threw for more than 400 yards last week and threw 4 TD passes, leading Tampa Bay to a crazy comeback win. Now, Winston also threw 3 more interceptions, a category he leads the NFL in.
His pass is intercepted, it's guess who again?
But his propensity to turn the ball over never really alters their huck it and chuck it approach. His game last week sort of capturing what Tampa Bay football has been all about this year. Call it roller coaster football. And no reason they would change anything about their approach this week because Detroit's pass defense has given up over 270 passing yards per game and have allowed a 100.5 passer rating this year, which ranks 27th, so it should be another giant spoonful of Winston. The X factor in all this, though, is Mike Evans, who left last week's game against the Colts with a hamstring injury, so they could be missing one of their key aerial weapons. Now, when the Lions have the ball, it may be a similar approach to Tampa's because the Bucs' rush defense is the second best the league has to offer. They are both second in rush yards per carry allowed and first in rush yards per game allowed, and the Lions' run game rarely factors into their outcomes. The Buccaneers' pass defense, however, is usually there for the taking. They're basically Detroit's statistical neighbors when it comes to pass defense. And that brings us to Detroit's passing attack, which does sport a receiver who could take advantage of Tampa Bay's weakness.
Into the end zone, and that is a touchdown for Kenny Golladay.
Kenny Golladay hauled in David Blough's lone TD pass last week. Golladay now over 1,000 yards receiving for the season to go along with 10 touchdowns. But Golladay still has to rely on BLOUGH to get him the ball consistently, which is not always a given for the third-string quarterback. He threw 2 picks last week and was sacked 5 times, had a passer rating of 60.9, and his yards per pass attempt was a meager 5.1. So the playoffs may not be on the line for either of these teams, but draft positioning and the pride of winning more games than you lose is. Okay, everybody looks thirsty and our stats glass is overflowing, so time to serve up those predictions.
And the pass is going to be caught, touchdown, and it's Godwin again.